Hello, my name is Andy, and I'm a minister for Trinity of Christ Ministries, and I'm just here to have a faith talk. To give you an idea of who I am, I will put up on the screen my credentials, and I am been a minister for over a year, but I've been involved with God for many years. And this is the church that we go to. It's Trinity of Christ Ministries. It's an online church, and it's available for people so that they can go to church from home. You can watch us on YouTube. If you have YouTube on the TV, you can share it with your family and just put in TOCM Sunday service or TOCM Bible study or TOCM prayer meeting. And we especially look for people who are disabled, people who need to be able to go to church and they can't because of their situation. But of course, we'll welcome all people who would like to join us. Now that the advertisement is done, if you like what I am going to talk about today, just hit the like button. If you have a question, ask a question in the comments, and if you want to see more, subscribe. And of course, we're always available at trinityofchrist.org. So today I have a question for you. Are you happy with the way the world is going? I'd be willing to say that I bet 80% of the world would say no. That things are a mess. And we don't know what's up and down, or what's boy or girl, or what's the truth. Let's just get to that. You know, you watch TV and you watch the news and you find out you're being fed a specific person's view of the news, or a specific person's idea of history. You have to open your eyes. And I know this isn't the most favorite of answers, but it is the true answer. If you want to open your eyes, you have to look to God. Look to the Bible. You know, many would argue that the Bible is passé. It's something for the old ancient of days. And, you know, it doesn't apply in a world where we fly and go to the moon and do other things. But that's all a lie. And I'll tell you why. Because the Bible is about our relationship to God, who we are, and it's kind of like a manual to humanity. And so these people who say these things, it no longer applies. They don't know because they haven't looked themselves. The Bible, especially like reading Proverbs, would give you a very strong base of what to believe, what to expect of life, what to expect of yourself. And it's not this wild and crazy, whatever happens, happens, and it is. That's chaos. And chaos builds pain and suffering. And it causes people to make bad choices and have to live with the consequences. It's wiser to open a book that might tell you a few things to avoid so you don't fall into the pit. And that's what the Bible is. It gives advice on how to stay out of trouble, how to be respected and honored, to know what's expected of you, and so that you follow along what your natural needs are. You know, and men have needs to fulfill, and I'm not just talking sexual needs. I'm talking about the need to be needed, the need to be wanted, the need to be of value, the need to be able to do stuff. Women have their needs. They need to be cuddled. They need to love and be loved. They need to have structure and something that they can depend on. They need something to pour their love out on. And these are just some basic things about life. But now today people reject that and say, oh, whatever you want to do, you do. And that can work for a few people maybe, but the grand majority, that's bad advice. You know, we're created to be something. Why not just be it rather than kicking against the grain? Wouldn't you be happier fulfilling what you were made to do? I'm not talking strange mysticism here. I'm talking truth. If you abandon the church, you're abandoning your own future. If you don't teach your children, you're abandoning them in their future. That's how important it is. So again, I ask the question, are you happy with the way the world is right now? I say it's a mess. Everyone hates everyone. Nobody agrees with anything. You can't get anyone to help each other. And that's all opposite of what God teaches. The question, I guess, is what do you believe? Do you believe in love? Do you believe in compassion? Do you believe in building things up and making something better? Are you willing to do that to better yourself, even? Well, if you believe these things, that's what God is about. Come check us out. And unlike the Muslims and some other religions, we don't force you to believe anything. We just present it to you so that you can choose for yourself. Don't you owe yourself that much? I know I'm preaching here today, and there are times where I teach on other subjects and not just this heavy one, but I believe it needs to be said. And so, I said it. I'm not holding back the punches. You have enough people in the world trying to tell you what you want to hear. Trying to get you to buy this or sell that or go in this way or do this political thing. Why don't you do something just for yourself? And find out for yourself the truth so that you can live it. And do better. That's all that it's about. I'm not going to continue too much longer. I'm going to put up the screen again for who we are and what we do. And I ask God to bless you and take care of you and watch over you and open your mind.